Aloha, friends. This is Kristen Fagan here with Softlex Company. How are you all doing out there? I'm just popping on live for a little test, not planned. So I don't even know if anyone will come and hang out, but I made it to Maui and I'm in the kitchen of my new home on Hawaii. And I wanted to make sure that I could stream and that my internet was okay. And I wanted to make sure that my sound is okay. Hi, Robin. I do have an air conditioner running in the background. So I wanted to see if that is really loud for all of you or if I need to turn it off when I go live. So yeah, just here, just hello. Hello. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Sherry. Hey, Kim. Hey, Lee. Hi, Ginny. Oh, it sounds good. You don't hear it because it's kind of loud to me. It's like a sound. But I'm hoping that my microphone is good enough to block it out. Awesome. Yeah, my husband's listening in the other room and he just said you don't hear it at all. That's great because shutting off the air conditioner will really make me sweat. So I'm happy to hear that. How's everyone doing? How's Customer Appreciation Week going for everybody? I feel like I'm so out of the loop, missing today and yesterday, but I will be back tomorrow. I'll be back with Sarah at 1 p.m. Pacific time for a Coffee and Craft Wire episode. We were originally supposed to have Merrick's Looms during that time, but something has come up within our family and she's not able to make it. So you're going to get Sarah and I instead. Tina says, oh, glad you made it safe. Yes. Awesome. Nobody can hear the AC. Woo woo. Sherry says, Caw is great. You guys miss me already? Well, don't worry. You'll get me twice tomorrow. You'll get me at 1 p.m. and then again for the after party at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Plan to take us outside on the live. I might be able to do that. I might let Sarah kind of take over for a little bit and I'll dismember my setup and bring you guys outside and just show you my yard, which isn't like really manicured in any way. It's big, so don't get too excited. But I'll take you out front and take you on my block. Pamela's asking, are you used to the time change difference? Well, I woke up at 4 o'clock today, so no, I'm definitely not used to it. I found a really cool app, though, that I put on my phone today. I'm so excited about it because it's called the World Clock app. And now on my home screen of my phone, I have all of the time zones for Hawaii, for California, where Softlex Company is, and where all of my coworkers are the time zone they're working in, for Arizona, where my oldest son is now living on his own, and for Boston, where my youngest son is living on his own. So now on my home screen of the phone, I can see just with a click, because I kept counting, right? I kept going, 3 hours, 6 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours. So, yeah. Oh, my lighting is really good. That's so cool to hear. I'm actually in my kitchen and there's a skylight in the kitchen. And so that's all I have on right now is only the skylight. I did not pack my ring light because I just couldn't fit anything else in my bags. And so my ring light didn't make it because I figured I could just order one when I get here. And that might take a week or so before I actually have some extra lighting. But I'm glad it looks okay, even just as it is. Right now it is 2:30 my time. So kind of right in the middle of the day. I have talked to my boys. Yes, I miss them so much. I was very teary-eyed on the plane coming out here, thinking about how much I'm going to miss them. But, they're young adults now. We're all on new adventures. And I think in the long run, it's going to be a really big growth year for all of us, right? I'm very excited for that. And I can't wait till I see them again, which will be December. You'll probably see my dogs running around in the background a little bit because this is the room they hang out with. I do have a studio space, but it's not set up yet. I don't have a desk or anything in there. So I'll be in the kitchen for a little while until I get all of that set up. Oh, Tina says she has that app too because her husband is in Ghana. What a big difference. How many hour difference is that for you? Where are you located, Tina? So what's the time frame difference? I had such a good trip. We took the dogs with us on the plane for the first time, and that was super stressful leading up to it. And if anyone knows about Hawaii, there's a lot you have to do to bring your pets with you. So it's been like months and months in the making. They were the biggest part of this trip. Robin, I did not have to put my dogs into quarantine because there's stuff you can do nowadays. They didn't used to do this, but now they do. I don't know when it started, maybe a handful of years ago, but you can get your dogs tested, blood tested, rabies shots, make sure they have a health certificate, check out with a vet, and have to do like a flea and tick thing. And you have to send all this paperwork ahead of time to the Department of Agriculture with Hawaii. You have to send a bunch of paperwork to the airlines. So it's been a huge process and honestly, a lot of money. They've been the most expensive part of the trip was that and sending the car, those two things. But it was great. I mean, we can't not have them. So we made it work. And I was super stressed out about the flight, but they were fantastic. Tina's saying hello to you in the background, Bert.
Hello.
My house is very white walled. I need some art up in here and I didn't bring any. So I'm going to have to get creative pretty soon because all of the walls look like this in all of the bedrooms, the hallway, everything is white. And if you guys know me, I always have a lot of color behind me. So I'm definitely, I brought one painting. Hey, Bert, will you hand me that painting? I brought one painting with me. This was my husband's choice. It's on a wood block and it is Red Mountain, which is where, in Arizona where we live right by Red Mountain. You can see this pretty much from our block. And so this is Red Mountain in Arizona. And this is the only piece of art that came with me. So I'm trying to figure out where to strategically place this little pop of color. Hey, Sarah, I wanted to pop on here and do a surprise test and just make sure everything was working. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just saying. She says, look at your new, very white space. It's so white. It's so white. I have so much color to add to these walls. The only thing I brought and hung up was this little, I don't know what you call it, like a little wind chime thing, but it's got like the moon, full moon, a little crescent moon and stars. Such a change of scenery. Totally, Kim. Thank you, Jenny. Oh gosh, you guys are commenting faster than I can click. Yes, the white walls help with the lighting. That's probably why the lighting looks so good in here. And we have a skylight, so there's a lot of natural light. And I have windows behind me and two windows right here. And then also a window in the kitchen in front of me. So this room is surrounded with windows. And I could probably even pick them up a bit higher. So yeah, so I did move here. This is like, we're calling this the Hawaii home because my husband is working here and I'll be going kind of back and forth. We still have our Arizona home where my son is. And so I will be here or I will be there. We'll see. But I'm very excited to be here for a little while and really kind of get to know the area. We are staying in upcountry Maui. And we went to the little downtown this morning. And my husband took me to his favorite coffee shop that he's been going to called the Espresso Mafia. And so we had a nice espresso, which was perfect because I came back here and I like cleaned and unpacked like wild. Yes, I'm going to be a jet setter. I always book like the cheapest flights possible and then I don't get miles, but I'm going to have to like rethink my strategy a little bit because we're going to be traveling a lot, I think, in the next couple of years. Not just us, but also my kids. So my kids are going to come here and we're going to go there. And my kid in college is going to go home. And so I definitely have to, think about this strategically and figure out how to make this work in our favor. Christy Friesen is on Maui and she's not far from me. She's about 20 minutes and I can't wait to see her. We're definitely going to hook up and get together. She's a lot of fun. And anytime I visited, I've gotten a chance to like meet her for lunch or meet her for dinner. She's met my whole family and I'm excited to get to spend some time with her and Ricky while we're here. Get those points. Exactly, Sherry. I know that there's strategic ways of working that system. So I have to do a little research on it. Thanks, Sarah. I'm glad the lighting looks good. Oh, and Sarah, I should let you know my box arrived. So let's see. Oh, this is my beading studio. Everything came today. I wasn't sure if it was going to make it here in time for Coffee and Craft Wire, but it did. And I have all my craft wire. So very excited. I had my California Dreaming kit from Softlex Company for Customer Appreciation Week with me in my carry-on. So no matter what, I would have had that. But I was like, ooh, hopefully all my craft wire comes. Oh, yeah. Christy and I should go. There's a chocolate farm here where you can do chocolate tasting. I think she's probably been already. But that's something we should do together because I love chocolate. I love chocolate just as much as she does. So I brought this. Remember, we made this on Monday. That feels like so long ago now with the California Dreamin' kit from Customer Appreciation Week. I haven't got a chance to look at our inventory. I'm guessing we probably are down to just a couple at this point because we had less than 2 dozen when I left on Tuesday. So if you haven't gotten that kit, you need to go grab it. Definitely going to be using it again tomorrow with our craft wire. That would be nice on the door. Oh my gosh, it's so funny you said that because there's a little hook on my front door and I did hang it up before I went live. So as per usual, Sarah and I are on the same wavelength. If you guys don't know, we can like finish each other's thoughts and sentences. Oh, Sam sold out during his live. That's awesome. Yes, I do. I have 2 fur babies, Jermaine. Do you see them behind me? Oh, there's Reba. Hey, Reba. She's sitting with Daddy right now. She's definitely not going to give me any attention. Where's Reba? Oh, now she's on the floor and you can't see her. There she is. And then I also have Mary, where's Mary? Oh, she's next to the ottoman. So Mary is laying on the floor. She's really dark brown, so you can't see her as well. But Reba's really enjoying the adventure. She was very excited to be here and has been just loving the yard and running around. Yeah. And Mary is a little bit of an older lady, and she is she's never lived anywhere else but our previous home. So she's kind of looking at us like, what is going on? Why are we here? and I'm supposed to go out in that yard. We have a chain link fence all the way around. And in Arizona, we usually have block fences. So you can't, your yard is pretty private and you can't see out. But here it's a chain link fence. So it's all open and you can see the cars going by and, you know, I think it's a little jarring for Miss Mary. She's like, what's happening? Tina's asking, where did you get the name Mary from? So she came with that name. She's a rescue dog. We adopted her when she was around 1 or 2. They told us 2. I don't know. We think maybe she was probably closer to 1. Mary was found in Tucson under like a trailer home, I think, with babies. Yeah. So she had a litter, and we ended up adopting her, and she just had the name Mary. They had named her Mary, and Mary is my husband's grandmother's name. So, who also had a shepherd. She's a shepherd mix, Mary. And so my husband fell in love with her, and I think he really appreciated that her name was Mary too. I think that was something that seemed special to him at the time, for sure. And she's really sweet. She's was returned 4 times though when we adopted her. So they did not want to adopt her out. The woman that ran the adoption agency was going to keep her because she had felt like super bad that Mary had been returned so many times, and she felt like she didn't want to traumatize her any further. But we fell in love with Mary, and we went and visited her twice, I think. And then we just really convinced her. We said, we're not going to bring her back. Like, we will figure it out. Whatever's going on with this dog, we'll figure it out. And she had some separation anxiety. So we created her. And we also had another dog at home, which I think was very helpful for Mary. She really likes another dog around. She's super cuddly with other dogs. And so I think the fact that we had another dog at home was probably different than maybe some of the other people that returned her. And so she's been with us ever since. So she's like 9 now. And she's definitely not sure why we're here. She's like, when are we going home? Kim's saying, does anyone know where to get the bracelet bangle that's in the kit? I can't buy the kit now. Unfortunately, Kim, it's only in the kit. We didn't bring in any extras that I'm aware of. I haven't heard that from, and a lot of times we don't. So it just depends on sourcing product for the kits. And we like to bring things in that are only for the kit. And that was what the bangle was in this particular set. So I'm sorry, you have to get the kit to get the bangle. Tina says, her forever home finally. Exactly. I think that, she was just meant to be with us, right? So all those other people, it was their loss that they didn't keep her, because she's a really sweet, good dog. And she was just meant to go home with us. So here's our Creative Joy bag from last year. I just kind of put it down on my desk because I wanted something that you guys can look at while I was checking my setup. And I thought, well, why not this? This is really pretty. If you want to get one of these, you can grab them while supplies last. It's a cool little zipper bag. And I had I have my business cards in here and some of these things that electronic things I was holding on to. Oh, dropped wire already. So just for funsies, I thought, do you guys want to see what jewelry I brought here with me? Like my personal stash of jewelry that I decided to bring, because I had to make decisions when leaving my house. I couldn't bring everything, which was really hard. But I thought, you know what? I haven't put all my jewelry away yet. It's all in this bag. And I thought maybe it would be fun for you to see what I decided to grab from my stash. Okay, cool. You guys are saying, let's see. All right. Let's go full screen and let's take a look at what I brought with me. I do feel like I ended up doing things that were kind of sentimental. Some of it I made, some of it I didn't, some of it someone else made, and some of it was just bought for me, like these right here. These are some gorgeous beads that Bert bought for me when he went to San Diego one time on a trip without me. And this was something that he brought home because he saw them on the beach and he thought I would like them. And I love them. And so I just wear these as is. I always thought I would make something different with them, but I found I ended up just wearing them. I think they're recycled glass. They look like trade beads, though. I don't know that he got much information from the vendor, but aren't they beautiful? I love them, and they're fun to layer with other things. So I brought those, especially because they have like a recycled glass, like beachy vibe too. So I got those. I have. Oh, Bear, that would have been cute for everyone to see you. Okay, this is another, like, this is a necklace I did make, and this is a really special necklace. Sarah says, I have some African beads just like that. I wear them just as is. Also, I've seen you wear them, Sarah. I know what you're talking about. It's one of those things where I just couldn't bring myself just to restring it, you know? So this is a really special necklace. This necklace, I call this my anniversary necklace, and I actually made this right before we came to Hawaii for the first time. So our first year anniversary, we went to San Francisco, and I bought these coconut bead bracelet from a vendor in San Francisco. And it was always a little bit large. Like so if you look at it on my wrist, like it would tie here. And I just always found it to be a little bit too large for me to be comfortable. And when we decided to come to Hawaii for our anniversary, what was it, 3 years ago? I thought, you know what, this is a good time for me to do something with these beads. So I kept the bracelet part just as I bought it. They had it strung on this pretty silk ribbon, and it was knotted in between. So I left that part just as I bought it, and then I finished the rest. So I wrapped it around, and I used some copper craft wire, antique copper color, to just make a messy wrap and connect it. And then I had these fun wooden pieces that had a little hole in them, and then I strung on and crimped some soft flex and used some of these other sort of ethnic looking beads. Those are called, I think they were called what, the dizzy beads. And these are some wooden beads that are dyed. And then just some little wooden dyed beads with some brown beads in the back here. So this is what I call my anniversary necklace, because it's from my first year anniversary from the cuckoo nut bracelet. And then I made the rest when we went to Hawaii for the first time, and I wore it in almost every picture. So that came with me because that's sort of special. Hi, Vivian. Happy to see you too. Here is another fun necklace. This is a brand new necklace to me that my dear friend Carla made for me for this trip. It was a little goodbye present or see you later present. She put 2 hearts on here and the ocean between us. And she's added some sweet little dangles. And on the back, she wrote Hoa Mai Lau. And I think that means best friends. I have to look it up. I think that's what she told me. So isn't this so sweet? This is just she's a fantastic jewelry designer. The rest of it is just strung up with these wooden beads, and it's like extra long and really, really fun. So that made it with me. Look at how great they all look together. So the next thing I brought, I didn't make this, but a friend of mine has a dear friend that is a monk, and he's a Buddhist monk. I met him at her house. I think it was like 2 years ago now. And he blessed these beads, and I picked them up from him. So that's kind of a special, what are you doing? Right. Kind of a special necklace, and one that I like to wear when I need a little bit of serenity or a little bit of zen, a little bit of presence. So brought those with me. And this is another fun Hawaii inspired necklace. When we were in Hawaii for the first time, we went to a thrift store and I picked up a couple of these pieces. I don't know what they were originally. I thought maybe they were napkin rings, but then when I got home, I'm like, well, it's not really large enough. They're just like vintage slices of shell. And I used that to make this little treasure necklace. I think I did this on a Free Spirit beading video. And it's got a lot of check glass that we've sold in the past, little dangles, a lot of little craft wire pieces on here, tons of jump rings, just for fun and for texture. And then, of course, I've got some gorgeous silver silk, some capture chain that I knotted and tied on. And then I attached with some craft wire to some jump rings, and then just did a bunch of wire wrapped work. This is using the vintage bronze color of craft wire from Softlex Company that I love so dearly. And I'm pretty sure I did this one on a Free Spirit beading video. And then the last of my very big necklaces, these are all my very large necklace collection. The last one is this stunner that I picked up in Tucson 2 years ago, I think it was. I got this. I think it's a little bit of a kyanite in there, like a slice of kyanite. And then this is just a very, very huge quartz that has been electroplated. And I just have that on a simple chain. But such a fun piece. I really want to learn how to do this stuff, this electroplating stuff. It's something I've wanted to learn for a while, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I almost signed up for a class in Mesa at the Mesa Art Center, and then the class didn't end up happening. It was like I was so close to almost taking a class on how to do that. Hi, Amanda. You're liking my storytelling? You know, beads always have a story, don't they? They always have a story to tell. And that's why I thought it would be really fun to share all the things that I brought with me. I'm trying to see here. I know I have some earrings that go with some of these things. So let me see if I have them. Where are they? Oh, I have these. So these earrings I made to match my treasure necklace. All right, let's move on to some daintier things, I guess. That's the big bead collection. So some of my daintier items, some beloved things that I have here, is this necklace that I made with one of Cynthia's pendants from Green Girl Studios, and all of the beads are from Allegory Gallery. And I did this after I visited them in Pennsylvania one year. And I love this color combo, like the garnet with the gold is one of my favorites. And I just think that this is such a cool pendant. And I feel like this is perfect for my wanderlust happening right now, all of my traveling, to have that little compass. Yes, they are, Anne, right? I do use a lot of these colors in my painting. I feel like one informs the other and vice versa. Which came first, the painting or the jewelry? And then I just made these recently with some little charms from one of the live sales. And I think this was the Sunset Splendor kit, those beads. And I brought those. I love this color, like this kind of deep red color. I wear it a lot. And I find that I always gravitate towards it in my jewelry making too. So this kind of, I thought these would go together nicely. And they say, I am free on the back, which is fun. And then staying in this color family, I also made these with the Sunset Splendor kit. And I brought these with me because I just find these to be super fun. These have a little bit of paint on them too. Hi, Cynthia. She says, so jealous that I'm on Maui. I know. I think Bert and I are going to head to the beach after this. We're going to do a little, he hasn't been to the beach in a little while. And I'm like, why? We're going to go today, which is awesome. It'll feel good after all the cleaning I did this morning and unpacking. Oh, I brought these in that colorway too. I do really like this color, this garnety color. And I made these on a Free Spirit Beading video. I also made these, and these are a little micro macrame hoop. And I did these with our little Delica beads, like a pink, and this one's kind of a purpley, a deep purple color. I strung it on Econoflex, on our red Econoflex, and then have those rolla beads in the center. There's a video for these and for these. So these are all kind of in the same color family. These are kind of special to me because it was the first time I ever made a bead weaving kind of tassel like this with thread. And I did this at Craftcation, not this year, but the year before when I went with Sarah, we took this class. And so these are really pretty special because it was a new to me technique. And I love that it's got like all of these fun colors. So it goes with everything. You remember me making those? Isn't it fun to go down memory lane and see all the fun things that you've made? How often do you guys do that? Do you look at your stash at all the fun things that you make? I think it's kind of funny when you go away and you have to make some decisions. You really think about why you like something and why you would want to bring it. So here's another beachy one. And I brought this because it's so super beachy. This is recycled glass, Roman glass. And I did restring this with Softflex, but I strung it up the exact same way that the thread was because I liked how they did it with the thread showing, but I didn't want to keep it on the thread because these are kind of sharp and I wanted it to last. I didn't want it to break on me. So I just took Softflex. I think this might have been fine, Softflex, only because it doesn't feel quite as thick as medium to me. So that's like a perfectly beachy piece of jewelry. Oh, yes. And all of your photos over the years. Totally. And Anne says, oh, yeah. And then I say, oh, wow, I made that. Right? Isn't it cool? Isn't it cool to see what fun things you can make? So this one's interesting because I really don't ever wear it. And it's made with some gorgeous Sleeping Beauty turquoise that I purchased from Softlex booth many, many years ago. And I have got earrings and the bracelet that match. But I don't know why I don't wear it. So I brought it with me with the idea that I might restring it and make it into something that I do wear. I don't know why. I mean, it's pretty, but for some reason, I just don't think about wearing it. So, but I love the beads, and I've always loved the beads. And it's got a really fun toggle. Look at that toggle. I have to give it a little wash, but it's got a super fun toggle. So I brought it. Maybe I'll wear it as is, or maybe I will restring it and use it some other way. And then I've just got these cute little earrings that I match with it also. Who knows? I don't know why sometimes you just don't wear certain things, right? So my friend that made me the Hawaii necklace also made me this for my birthday, my friend Carla, and it's super pretty. And so you can wear it as a bracelet, like a wrap bracelet, or as a necklace. It's just turquoise with lots of little sparkle pieces in there, some little quartz, and some little crystals. And so thought that one was a fun one to bring. I have a lot of jewelry from Carla, actually. I have to tell Carla that I ended up bringing a lot of jewelry from her. She doesn't sell jewelry anymore, but her and her husband, who's a jeweler, used to sell at shows. This is another piece from Carla. And she made all of these little charms out of sterling silver clay, little peace charm and a little heart charm. And then she also made these great little dangles, which she does a really good job of this like teeny tiny dangle work. So Carla, if you're watching, which you're probably not, but I will have to tell you later that I brought a bunch of your jewelry. Almost done. Hang with me for just a few more minutes. Isn't this, it's amazing I got all this stuff in that one little bag. I got to the point where the bag was just gotten too heavy and bloated, and I was like, okay, I have to stop stuffing it. This is another Free Spirit Beading video, and this is a really old video. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but I did this one a really long time ago. But it's just such a fun design. It uses the tanzanite beading wire, and it's got these silver bugle beads that give so much like flash. We used to carry these little end pieces, and it's just so cute. I'll fan it out so you can kind of see. But I just love how they like twinkle on your ears, and I feel like they're a very unexpected design. So they kind of always have a special place in my heart just because they're kind of different. And I always think they look really pretty on because of all that sparkle from those bugle beads. Hi, Shakita. How are you? Wear it in a stack. Definitely, Teresa. I'm going to have to see how much I can fit, right? How much can I wear all at once? How much? Oh, a couple of other really fun things. This is another Free Spirit Beading video. This is also a pretty old one. And this is done with soft touch. Soft touch, very fine, and medium. And then it's got some seed beads on the back. They might be delicas, actually. Looks like delica beads on the back and a little button clasp And that's my little rainbow bracelet. You gotta have rainbows in Hawaii. More recently, I made this in the Sundance inspired, and all of these beads are from Softlex Company. The lapis, this is the shell, this is the green turquoise, little squares, some topaz beads. I think we might be sold out of these. They're like topaz rondelles. But this was another one of those designs that's got so many different fun colors in it. It goes with a lot of things. And the piece in the front is from Tucson that Sarah and I shopped for. I think we've sold out of all these during our live sales. And there's the earrings to match. Speaking of which, there's probably a live sale today, wasn't there? Did you guys catch it? If you didn't, the replay, I'm sure, is available on Comment Sold on our store. And here is another Sundance-inspired video creation. This one is the pearly one. I think I did this during Sundance. And this has these gorgeous, you can get these pearls still at softlexcompany.com. These are these gorgeous, irregular pearls, and they have like fantastic flash. Has a little mermaid from Green Girl Studios on it. And then a little component piece that I made with craft wire. This looks like some Jesse James beads from one of the kits. And this is just a totally mermaid design, right? So gotta have that. Gotta have that on Hawaii. And then speaking of Zen, this one is a simple, if I can get it in my hands, is a very simple Buddha necklace. I think we have these still at softlexcompany.com, I believe. Got the little Buddha head at the bottom. This is one of our bezels that I just put behind it. This is a piece of a toggle clasp. And we also have these ceramic beads at Softlex Company, as well as these big round ones. And then these come in the little mystery stash kits. That's where I got those. This is a video that you can watch on Free Spirit Beading. A lot of these end up being videos, right? Because that's how I make them first. And then I have these itty bitty little earrings I made with them to match. So cute, just with Softlex. Another oh my gosh, another Green Girl Studios. Any other Green Girl Studio lovers out there? Oh, I think I've got one of Cynthia's butterflies that I painted. And this one's just on a chain. I got a lot of jewelry, didn't I? I was able to bring a lot of stuff in this bag. I have a couple of rings. I have this gorgeous ring. This is one that I made with craft wire, and I love wearing this. With, of course, the vintage bronze. Such a cool collection. I brought this crazy moth ring that I picked up in Tucson at the Tucson Gem Show, because moth is my symbol of the year. And then I have this. They called it fire opal, but it's blue. So it's like a blue fire opal. I picked this up in Maui on one of my trips here. I think it was last year. So I brought that one with me. And that's it. That's a lot. I have plenty to accessorize with, and then I'm going to make plenty more with all of you. So I'm definitely not lacking in the accessory part, even though I will say I definitely felt like I was leaving so many good pieces of jewelry behind. It was very hard to decide what to take. But these are definitely some of my favorites, some of my personal favorites, and it was fun to share them with all of you. Thanks, Becky. So glad I made it to. You waiting for me, Bert, to go to the beach? Mm-hmm. Yes, I'll definitely visit. How did I decide? I don't know. I was just in the moment. I went into the closet and was like, what right now, today, do I really want to have with me, and what feels very apropos for beach life, right? And then, of course, I brought this design because, again, you have to have rainbows. You have to have rainbows for Hawaii. And this is all done with soft flex, lots of loops. And I do have a video on this one as well. This is all check glass. Well, thanks for hanging out with me and letting me share all of my jewelry with you. And just wanted to come on and test my stream. And of course, I chatted for 45 minutes because that's what I do. Big smiles. Oh, yes. Sarah's sending me a matching bracelet soon. I can't wait. Big smiles. Yes, big smiles here for sure. I agree. Jermaine says the ones you left behind will be like visiting old friends when you return. I agree. I should probably bring some stuff home and then bring new things back with me next time. So feeling very happy, feeling good. I'm all unpacked and all cleaned up. And oh, hi, Rosanna. I know I did just like popped up on a whim. But thanks, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow for our final day of Customer Appreciation Week. We've got Joyce at 11 a.m. Pacific time in the morning. And then Sarah and I will be there at 1 p.m. for Coffee and Craft Wire. And then we'll have our after party at 3. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Bert's on the phone now with his mom. So I'm going to get going. All right. Love you all. See you tomorrow. And I hope you're having a good time this week beading. I know. Oh, bring a Mai Tai. I know. I was going to bring some coffee, but maybe a Mai Tai makes more sense. That sounds really good. It'll be pretty early for me. It'll be a breakfast Mai Tai. All right. Bye, everybody.